Hey guys, so in today's video we're going to talk about the notes on the guitar, going up the frets on each string, and also we're going to talk about intervals between the strings. We talked in our last video about the scale for C major. So for a C major scale it goes C, D, E, and when you get to E before you go to F it's a half step. So we have whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, then we have a half step from E to F, and then we have a whole step, whole step, whole step, and then a half step back from B to C. Okay, so on the guitar, what that means is basically, if you look at the fretboard here, from one note to the next fret is a half step, or a minor second. But if you take one note and go up 2 frets, that's a whole step. So if I go from C to D flat, that's a minor second, or a half step. If I go from C to D, that's a whole step, or a major second. So we just need to know what the open string is, and then we can go up the alphabet from there. Once you get to the 12th fret on the guitar where you have double dots like this, that's where the notes start over again. So to find the notes going up each string, we're just going to basically go in either intervals of whole steps or half steps, and we're going to go up the alphabet starting on the particular string that we're on. So the top string is E, the 6th string. So we're going to play E, it's just 0, F is 1, G is 3, A is 5, B is 7, C is 8, D is 10, and then it starts over again on the 12th fret with E. So we have a half step in between E and F and a half step between B and C, but the rest are all whole steps. Now with the A string, what we're going to do is we're going to start with, on the 5th string, 0, which is A, then we're going to have 2, which is B, then we're going to have C on 3, D on 5, E on 7, F on 8, G on 10, and then A on 12 again, and it starts over with the octave. So if you keep going up higher, it's just the same as starting over at 0 down here. So then on the D string, we're going to have D 0, E is 2, F is 3, G is 5, A is 7, B is 9, C is 10, and D again at the 12th fret. Then onto the G string here, we're going to play G is open on the 3rd string. Then we're going to play 2, which is A. Then we're going to play 4, which is B. Then we're going to play 5, which is C. Then we're going to play 7, which is D, 9, which is E, 10, which is F, and 12, which is G again. Okay, then onto the 2nd string, we're going to do open B. So 2nd string open is B. Then we have C on 1, D on 3, E on 5, F on 6, G on 8, A on 10, and then B again on the 12th fret. Okay, last string, then we're going to go up the E string again, which is just the same as the outer one. The 2 outer strings are the exact same. So it's going to be E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. Okay, and now we're just going to talk briefly about intervals going from one string to the next, just in one octave for today. In the other video we talked about going up the guitar string 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4 to create bigger intervals from 0. But today what we're going to do is we're going to pick a note here. So we're going to start with 5 on the 6th string, which is A. Okay? So we're going to play this, the 5. Now just go from 5 to 6 on the same string. 5, 6, 5, back to 5. That is a half step, right? So that's a minor second. What if you go from 5 to 7? 5, 7, that's a, from here, 5 to 7, that's a whole step, or a major second. Then we go 5, 8, and that's a minor third. So 5 to 8 is a minor third, okay? Now we could go 5 to 9, which is a major third. but that starts to become kind of a stretch. So what you might do is go down to the next string and play 5 and then play 4 on the A string. So 5, 4, that's a major third. You can actually make a chord out of that. But we're just going to start with doing 5 to 4 like that. So that's a major third right here. If we go straight across 5 to 5 down on the next string, that's a perfect fourth. So it sounds like this. Perfect fourth, okay? If we go one higher from 5 to the 6th fret on the next string, that's an augmented fourth or a diminished fifth, also known as the tritone. Okay? Then if we go from 5 to 7, we have a perfect fifth. Now this is important on the guitar too because we play things called power chords, also known as 5 chords, which are just basically the 1 and the 5 of the scale. Sometimes we'll add another octave of the 1, but just real simple, 1, 5. Okay, so we might use those. Okay, so we can slide that around. It's a cool chord to use on the guitar. So that is a perfect fifth from 5 to 7 on the next string. Then we're going to go 5 to 8 on the next string. That's a minor sixth. So that's a minor sixth. Okay. Then we can do a major sixth like this. Again, that's kind of a stretch from the 5 to the 9th fret. So you can go down another string and play the 5th fret and then the 4th fret, but you're skipping down a string, so you're playing the 5th fret on the 6th string, and then you're also playing the 4th fret down here on the D string. So you're skipping over the A string and you're playing 5 and then 4th fret down here. And that's a major sixth from A. Okay. Then we're going to go straight across this way. If you do 5, 5, and you go straight across skipping over the A string, so you have 5th fret on the 6th string, and then you have 5th fret on the 4th string, that's a minor 7. And that can be handy if you're doing something like that. So basically that's a minor 7, or a flat 7 we call that. If we say flat 7, that's what we mean. Okay. Now we have a regular 7th, or a major 7th, also known as, which is basically going to the 6th fret. So we're going from the 5th fret on the 6th string to the 6th fret on the 4th string now. And that's our major 7th in A. And then here's an octave. Now that's also a very useful chord. We can use octave chords kind of like we do power chords to slide around on the guitar. Okay, so that basically sums up the notes on each string, as well as basic intervals within one octave played on just the string below it or one string down. So rather than only doing intervals all on one string, we learned that, oh, we can actually go down here, for example, for a major third, rather than reaching up to the 9th fret. We have a choice. So that's an example. So we want to start understanding intervals as we learn scales and also chords all at the same time. So it all kind of makes sense together. All right, thank you.